There's Steve, Coach Steve, and the defiant student who cannot stand himself. Oh, no.
Okay.
That's a good boy. I'm a good boy.
Gonna hit some serves again and work on Mike's technique from last time.
Yes, that ought to be thrilling. All right then. That's probably enough. But do this that way. Fix me the long bros.
We'll explain this another time, how you check. The mic is left eye dominant. It means, and that is a rarity. Usually a right-hander is right eye dominant. But Mike and I both are left eye dominant. So your dominant eye, well, I'm going to see it.
My left eye to concentrate on the ball.
Yeah, and so you're going to do like a pitcher, kind of like a pitcher. And we used to pitch, we used to play baseball, so you should be able to do this. Now, the other day, Mike was bending over like this, and then he was jumping up like that. But we want to get away from that. You can bounce it, but just be straight up when you, not a jerky. Just toss it up and then go up. With, you know, you just, and then. So, are you warm?
No, I'm just gonna.
Warm your arm up first. That's a bad toss. There's still jerking up there. I think that was a big thing the other day, and I didn't really see it when we were out at the court, but when we watched the video, it was like, woo! Woo! That's better. How's that feel? And he wants them out over here. Sorry. No jerky. Grab behind a little bit.
He's going over.
We learn a lot when we watch on the video. Smooth. That's behind your head a little bit. All into the court. Nice and easy. Out front and into the court a little bit. Okay, we're going to do some narrating here. And as you can see, Mike is having trouble with his toss. And it's just technical flaws, mind flaws, maybe, I don't know. But as you can see, he kind of jerks up and he's really having trouble getting the toss in the same place. And when he tosses it in the same place, a little into the court, see now that one, he flips his hand and turns it sideways and he's jerking. He just needs to be a smooth, toss it in front, but he's flipping it. And I think he flips it a little bit with his hand, and he just needs to toss it in front a little bit. And as you can see, I'm trying to get him to quit jerking up. He's not doing as bad as he was, but it still needs some work. And as you can see, he gets frustrated. See, now that was a pretty good toss. It still wasn't smooth enough, but it also needs to be the same height every time, so your timing is good. So these are all things we're going to work on in the future. And as you can see, he's like speed demon, just tossing. He needs to slow down. Now that one's behind him. And you can see how he has to chase it. And it lands differently every time. But you need to toss it in the court a little bit. Now that's a good toss. And now this is a slow motion look. Now this one's behind him, and you can see he falls away. And that's because the toss took him there. And now another slow motion look at it. And this one's straight up, and he lands straight. And he lands behind the service line. If you toss it a little bit ahead of you, and good one is like right over the top of your head in that angle, but see, that needs to be a little further in. And also the height always needs to be the same, so your timing is good. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we're going to see. Now that one it's back behind him, and he's having to chase it backwards. He falls backwards, and he's going backwards, not into the court. He's going back. So that was behind his head and back behind him. It was to the left and behind him. And so there's where he ends up, behind. And you cannot be ready for the next shot if you're doing that kind of thing. So let's see another slow motion. Now that looks pretty good. And he winds up into the court, as you see. Now that was pretty good. So that's how he wants to do it. And when Mike watches these videos back, he'll be able to see. Now that's pretty good too. So there he's learning something, I guess. It just takes some time and getting comfortable with it. Now see, he flipped it. He knows he moved too much. He just needs to slow down. And there he fell off to the left again. So he obviously tossed that back behind. See, he's falling off to the left. He's trying to hit a flat serve. See that where that wound up is just see how he's still bending over and pushing his head back. Watch. See, yep. There. That was slow motion. And there he fell off to the left, way off to the left. So the toss was not good, and he had to chase it. So if you're always having to chase the ball around, you're never going to know what you're going to do, and it's just frustrating as heck to the server or to Mike. And you can't even concentrate on your technique of how you're hitting the ball, because you don't know where the ball is going to be, how high it's going to be, where it's going to be. So you can't even pinpoint where you're going to hit the ball. And so that's some of the things you need to think about. Not just if you're thinking about your toss all the time. So Mike needs to just practice his toss, and that's what I'm going to have him do, is on his own, just go toss the ball up. That's a pretty good one. See, and he's going to land in the court a little bit. He'll add a little extension there. And of course, if he was doing everything the same, it would be good.
Arm right here. Just you hold the racket like that, right? And you're coming at it. Just hit it like that, right? See? This time I want you to go. You come up here. Just before you hit it, I want you to go like that. Turn your wrist this way. And then when you hit the ball, you're going to be like this. You're going to hit a flat swing. So just go like this. Kind of pull, just hit the ball. Yes. Finish. Toss is supposed to be the same, and they can't tell what you're going to do until right the last second. Right the last moment. Just do this like that. And then we're going to do this. Bang! The toss should be in the same place every time so they can't tell. Another curve. Nice curve. Pop. Oh! That's way over your head. To the right now. I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to toss it behind my head. Come back here, and then I do that.